Canadians will be paying attention in the next election. Ask John Howard what happens in elections.
Here's the beep. Hello? I'm here along with hundreds, maybe over 1,000 of my friends in Toronto. I have a message for you, Stephen Harper. When do we want it? Yeah! And when do we want it?
Just last week, a vote went through to authorize a massive corporate tax reduction. Guess who gets most of that? The big oil and gas companies and the banks that finance them.
We want you to know that the labor movement knows that climate change is real, and for the most part, the activities of corporations are to blame.
Help the poor countries of the world.
What I'd like to say today to Mr. Harper is I urge you to rip up your membership card to President Bush's climate change acts as illegal.
We have to hand together Kyoto now and post-Kyoto now as well.
150 of the world's largest corporations signed a statement in Britain. These are corporations like Coca-Cola, General Electric, Shell, Nestle, Nike. They endorsed legally binding agreements on reductions so that they can invest with confidence in low carbon technology. So some corporations do get it.
We don't need Nintendo toys. We don't need televisions.
Today, we will force into extinction between 40 and 250 species.
We don't need more clothes, and we don't need trips to Florida.
Today, we will destroy over 186 square kilometers of tropical rainforest. This is at the rate of 1 football field per second.
We need a livable world!
Yeah! 1, 2, 3.
Save a world for me and my friends to live in.
Premier McGuinty stood up in the legislature and in answer to a question about property rights, he said in a very impassioned voice, "I depend on my government for clean air and water." And I said, "Bullshit."
You've seen Donna Dillman's courage, and you have to know that the Premier of this province has not shown that courage on climate change. Make the switch now!
Hundreds and thousands of people have already been displaced because of global warming. When do we want it? KYOTO! When do we want it? Right now! It's not either jobs or the environment. It's got to be both. That is the future for the planet. That is the future for kids. That is the future for future generations, for Indigenous people, for the people in the global South.
And why can't I go out